Let me just say it bluntly, Romanian deadlifts are overpowered. Whether you're a bodybuilder or strength athlete, this exercise will effectively develop your upper back, traps, glutes, hamstrings, spinal erectors while building crazy pulling strength. I'm talking about carryover to any deadlift. So how about we cover all the major benefits, starting with the most obvious point, anthropometry accommodation, to the point where there's not one of you that can't do this exercise safely unless you had previous injuries. This hip hinge is 100% customizable based upon your build because we're not only starting from the top, which eliminates that possible awkward position depending on your arm and torso length, it's also the reversal itself. The moment your body stops and it's ready to re-explode, range of motion is complete. There's no need to go any deeper. Now, you might go really close to the floor. Perhaps the plates will barely touch, or you'll be slightly elevated. It doesn't matter. The point is, you don't need to set up blocks or change using high handle trap bars or even switch to sumo deadlifts because a lot of guys can't even handle those. So just to say, RDLs don't require any expensive equipment like deadlift bars, and the quality of the bar is irrelevant since we're primarily going to do double over with straps. Also, it's extremely fast to set up. Grab the plates, slide it on the sleeves, get to work. You don't need a deadlift jack or to constantly wiggle the plates, maybe put the 2.5s under. It's quick and effective. So this will usually be safer since we're not basing the movement off arbitrary standards like the size of the Olympic plates, which is exactly what you do on a conventional deadlift. Sometimes that's pushing the extremes of hip flexion. At least with this, you determine when it's enough. And 9 out of 10 times, the range of motion will be more than sufficient. Secondly, RDLs are literally the #1 overloading hip hinge that also includes a stretch reflex. There is no dead stop component, which is why some people even debate in calling it a deadlift. Regardless, since we're not breaking up the eccentric concentric chain, we get more time under tension. And with heavy pulls, that does make a difference since the spinal erectors never get a break. You have to isometrically contract the entire time. And at the top, you're getting the weight of stretch overload on the traps. So might we say that this is superior to regular deadlifts for hypertrophy? I would say so. Oh yes. For bodybuilders, this should be your default, straight up. Whether that's with a trap bar or a straight bar, doesn't matter. There's no need to do dead stop if you only want to get big, though I do recommend including both. In addition, stretch reflex based exercises are generally better suited for higher reps. So if you can pick between 10 rep RDLs versus 10 rep conventional deads, I would lean in direction of RDLs almost 100% of the time. It simply makes more sense. That's like me telling you to do reps of 15 on a pin press. You could, I've done that before, but let's keep it real. If you're gonna pump it out like that, a touch and go bench would probably be better. You don't need to halt it completely and then reset your form to get more reps in. And I would much rather do this compared to touch and go deadlifts on the floor, as in the plates actually bounce off, because that increases the risk of injury. So at least now we have something that's safe and logically feasible for TUT metabolic type training. This is where you should do your 70%. Just saying. Finally, RDLs have brutally high carryover to all deadlifts. Like it literally might be the greatest deadlift accessory of all time. Specificity wise, it ticks all the right boxes from the movement pattern to the muscles developed. It's honestly a perfect standalone lift, either as a 100% replacement or to complement what you're already doing. And that's why so many bodybuilders use exclusively RDLs. They work. Now, in terms of strength standards, you should make it a long-term goal to build up to doing 4 to 5 plates for 5 to 10 reps. You do that, and you'll pretty much be an advanced deadlifter every single time, even if you don't practice it a single time. And you'll be crazy jacked in all the right places. For size, you don't need more than this. You don't have to compete in powerlifting. No. This is the jack of all trades pull. And like I said, if you decide to transition to doing other variations, strength is strength. Conventionals will automatically be up there. Trap bar, same thing. Stiff leg, snatch grip deadlift, block pulls, good mornings, even the unconventional variations. You are golden. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. So start treating RDLs more seriously and watch how your physique completely transforms. Strength and muscle wise, you're going to freak out. And the numbers I listed are in fact realistic. All right, guys, get on the RDL grind. They really are godly. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me your feedback about this movement. What benefits have you personally seen? Let me know, and I'll talk to you all next time.